Okay, now we have 3 exercise here, simple. So the idea is that we don't want to calculate first. We want to estimate uh, the roots of a new system that has better in terms of certain, parameters. Okay, let's try exercise number 1. Okay, now the given system is this one. So I just show on the positive conjugate, the negative conjugate is the same. So we just consider this. So the system has two roots. One is here, one is here, right? So we just consider here. Okay, now we know that this line represents the zeta, right? So without calculation, estimate the roots of a new system that has lower damping ratio anywhere that has a lower damping ratio. So we know that if we put it here, right? We put it here, somewhere here. So the damping ratio will be higher, right? Because as this one moves towards this, it moves toward the damping ratio become 1. As this point moving to that point, the root, it's actually decreased the damping ratio to 0. Okay. So the answer will be, you can, if the questions ask you like this, so you can place anything that has higher the theta, right? You can place here, you can place here, you can place here, you can place anywhere, right? So that means a new system, and the root maybe the first one here, so has lower damping ratio than this, right? You got it? So the same thing, this one, and then that one, and also that one. So as long as the angle is higher than this, I mean the zeta is lower than that, right? So we answer this, right? So now you understand, if you put it here, it is wrong. You put it within this region, right? If you put within this region, so the zeta is in fact higher than G1, okay? So if you consider a lower zeta, the system must be somewhere here, which is, this, of course, the zeta here is 0, this is 1. In between 0 and 1, so it is increased, the zeta decreased from 1 to 0 here. Okay? Okay, that's about zeta. Now try exercise number 2. The same thing, we have G1 here, right? Of course, we have one more on this side. Okay. Now, without calculation, again, estimate the roots of a new system that has the same overshoot but longer TS. We know that the TS is the function of 4 divided by zeta omega n, right? Let me find the formula. What is it? Okay. So it has the same overshoot and longer TS. So TS is 4 zeta omega n. So we know that zeta omega n is here. This is zeta omega n, right? Zeta omega n. So we need to move this towards this so that we can have a longer TS. So the point must be moving to the left direction than this. So somewhere here around this, right? But has the same overshoot. Again, you see the overshoot. Okay, it is depends on the zeta, right? If you have a same zeta, then we're going to have a same overshoot, all right? So that means it should move along this line, right? It should move along this line because we increase this, we actually have a longer TS and then same overshoot. So that means the point has to be along this line so that we can have the same overshoot, right? But different improve on the increase the TS, because TS is 4 over I think we increase for zeta, we reduce the TS for zeta. So now I think the question, I need to rephrase that question. Instead of longer, supposed to be shorter, because the higher the zeta omega n's, the shorter the TS will be, right? So I was thinking like, so this is the same, this is the answer, right? So as long as you place any a point that, you know, towards these directions, you are right. Okay, unless we want a longer TS, we have to place towards the origin instead. Let's say we want a longer TS, then and the new you know, system have to be within this region. Okay, right. Okay, exercise number 3. So without calculation, estimate the roots of a new system that has higher TP and lower TS. Alright, so we know that lower TS, no, I think make it longer TS. Longer TS. So longer TS, we need to move that points towards 0, right? We need to move towards this, because this is, we know that this is zeta omega n, and then TS is a function of 4 over zeta omega n. So as we move towards this, then we increase the TS. The TS is higher. But TP, need to increase it upward, then it will increase the TP, because TP is the function of over zeta, right? Over zeta. When zeta reduce towards this direction, TP increases, right? TP increases. When zeta reduce, TP increases. So TP is increased when the roots they're going this way, right? So we can place the systems as long as the system within this one that will actually increase the TS, and then above this point will increase the TP. So any systems within this region, okay, any system within this region, so that will fulfill this criteria. All right, I think you need to compare with the formula, and then if we were to, you know, increase the TP, then we have to increase that towards the direction. If we want to prolong the TS, we need to move into this direction. And but this case, we need to shorten the TS. We have to move towards this directions. Okay. Okay. Thank you very much.